Hey guys, Fhraelaok here with week 2 of my WoW update. Today is September 30th, 2011, and it's the second week of this WoW update thingy. Aha! So, now that that's taken care of, I'm on my Shaman again, which I guess in theory is like my main guy now. He's all I really play on and work on. Before I go into anything, let me let you know what went on this week. Let's see, let me start out with any gear I might have gotten. So this week was a decent PvE gear week. I got new boots. Yep. I got new bracers. Yep. I got a new shield. Yep, all from Firelands. And I got me a dagger from Blackwing Descent. No, Bastion of Twilight. Yes. Um, so, I mean, that's kind of awesome. It's better than my 353, so of course I snatched it. Why not? Nobody else wanted it. Anyway, so that was the biggest thing, gear-wise. I didn't get any PvP gear. I haven't been PvPing. Um, hey, there's my guild leader down there. But anyway, without further ado, we managed to work on Ragnaros quite a bit this week, and no, we didn't down him, but we did okay. The guild, I believe, managed to down him Monday, an impromptu raid, if you will, of whoever was on, and they tried it again for a few hours and got it. So fantastic, I'm glad the guild was able to do it. I think they want to do that again this week, because a couple of them might have been on alts. As you can see, here's the Ragnaros invite, and then we're doing the first 6, well, some of us are, tonight. So that's awesome. Anyway, so yeah, this week, oh boy. So Dean, in our guild, which I had a bit of a problem with still, a little bit, but not as much as I did. We had a dispute, really, and I don't know if this was last week or this week or what. All I remember is that it happened. I don't remember exactly when, so sorry if you've heard this before. But anyway, so we had a dispute, and I ended up reporting him and putting in a ticket because I wasn't going to take it anymore. Talking to him did no good. So I put in a ticket. Apparently, the ticket worked, and he got muted for a while, which I think is great. One, I think he learned a little bit of a lesson. Not much, but a little bit. And, two, I got G-kicked for it. Now, they didn't know I did it. They just thought I did. And without any discussion, bam, G-kick. And this was done by the guild leader, not any officers, the guild leader. And that right there, I will tell you for a fact, from experience, and from what they do in this guild, all that does is hurt your guild if you just kick people based on assumption. Assumption is your worst nightmare. In everything you do, never assume anything. Always try to get some facts about it. Now then, anyway, so, it was me, so they kicked me, and I talked to them, and I'm like, it's ridiculous. So they invited me back in, and bumped us up to officer chat. I was talking to Dean, and of course Dean's mad, and he's like, oh, so he did do it. And I'm like, yeah, you're damn right I did it. And it wasn't going so well, so I ended up G-quitting. And he said, I'm not going to deal with it. So finally, the next day, I talked to him, and I'm like, if you really think Dean's learned a lesson and will, STFU, then, yeah, sure, I'll join back, but, only if that's taken care of. Because I'm not going to put up with that. I don't care about jokes, but a personal attack is absolutely ridiculous. Especially when it's very heartfelt. You really actually mean it. I don't take that crap. Nobody should. You don't need to, so, why, right? So anyway, so I'm back in for now. But they invited a new guy, and while I'm talking to you, I'll see if they're even in the guild still. Sure enough, yes, they are. Reno Vibes or Hydra. Anyway, it's a friend of Kayla's, and I'm not a friend of them. I don't like them. I'm going to end up putting them on ignore. They are worse than Dean. Absolutely annoying. Of course, I had a little witty comeback for them before I logged off last night. But yeah, I don't like jerks. If you're going to be a troll, fine, be a troll, but don't be an absolute asshole at the same time. You don't have to be. Trolling and being a jerk are not the same thing. To a degree, they overlap, but there's a fine line between them. And anyway, a lot of trolls just tend to be jerks now, so they're not trolls, they're just jerks. But I digress. let's get back on topic. So that's what happened. I'm back in, and we're doing Ragnaros again this week. So hopefully all will go well, and hopefully I might get something from uh, the rest of Firelands. I really need a helm, but that only drops off of Ragnaros there. That's the only place it drops two different versions, my tier and a different one with Spirit. Of course, I would take either in a heartbeat. I could use a new necklace. There's a couple drops that I could use. I could use a new ring, again, like 2 drops. Legs, if I don't get one from Firelands tonight, I am going to buy them with Valor points. Shoulders, definitely need better ones. There's 1 drop in there I could use. Weapon, there's like 3 drops in there I could use that are one-handed, so by all means, yes. And other than that, maybe a trinket. So, I mean, I'm pretty much geared up right now, except for a few major pieces, really. I mean, I'm not that bad off. I'm a 368 equipped item level, if you go by gear score anymore, 9733, so it's not bad. But, I mean, that's what I'm sitting at. I would really, really like to upgrade my gear. But, I mean, drops are fairly rare for me. I mean, drops I need. As last week, it was hilarious. We went through like 3 bosses, and Vera Baran, the new shaman, got every single piece of loot, except like 1 of the embers. I got everything. I even got 1 of the embers. So I mean, it was insane. I was getting the enhancement gear and, like I said, these boots and bracers. So it was very awesome. Maybe that was 2 weeks ago. You know, it was I don't know. I can't keep track of all this stuff. It's confusing. But I'm only here right now in this guild. I don't like the trolls, but I like having a raid spot. So, I mean, I'm putting up with it for now. We'll see how it goes. I hear next week they want to start trying to do 25s, which, I mean, would be cool. I'd be willing to try it. But leadership, I don't think is very strong or very firm. It's kind of all over the place. They don't have a set raid leader. It is all over the place. And then they get upset at things. Like, they don't lead, and then when somebody says something or does something stupid, they get mad over it. It's like, well, then why don't you lead? Because if you're not the leader, you can't say they're doing it wrong. Because, I mean, hello, you didn't tell them in the first place. I don't know, it's just a little silly. Being a leader for so long, it annoys me. Anyway, so I'm just sitting here, whereas I could have been working on at least this daily. I got jewel crafting this last couple weeks, and have been working it up. I do a fire prism regardless of price every day, as I managed to get a BOE epic from Firelands and sell that as well. I made 9,000 gold from that. 30% goes to guild bank though, so I mean I had to give 3k to the guild bank, but I'm up to 10,000 gold with everything that I've been doing, so it's not going to hurt me to work on this. But for this one I need to make some solid Zephyrite, 3 of them to be exact. Right now I'm a 512, I should be a 513 in a minute once I, go get my gems. And, yeah, just doing these dailies every day. These are the only 3 I do, the jewel crafting, cooking, and fishing. And, I'm lazy about everything else. There we go. And believe it or not, it's taken me forever to get, friendly, oh my goodness. Friendly with the guild. So, I mean, I used to work hard on that by doing other dailies and everything when I was in Leviathan and Clouds on Fire, but here I've just been lazy about it. It would be nice because I could get my Dark Phoenix, but I believe you still have to be exalted with the guild if you change guilds to use it. Anyway, so I think that's pretty much it for what's gone on this last week. As an update of what we're doing, like I said, first 6 out of 7 tonight. Hopefully enough people will actually go that we can do it. And then Ragnaros tomorrow and or Sunday, and go from there. I don't know what exactly we're going to do. It's just been very confusing. I don't know who's going and all this stuff, so I just hope it's organized enough. Pretty cool. I just got auctionated, by the way, yesterday. Sorry for the hearthing noises in the background and whatnot. But it's really awesome. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I use Auctioneer and Auctionator now. Pretty useful. And if you open up your auction house and you're in your crafting frame, you can just click the AH button on the top right of the actual mats, and it'll search all the mats out. giving you the price. So carnelian, of course, is the most expensive. The rest really aren't bad. They've gone down, which is fantastic. So I can just click this. There's a stack of 9. Yeah, it's cheapest, and you know what? I'll go ahead and buy it because I'm going to need it in the future anyway, right? So that's 233 gold. I'm going to be using it. Let's just go ahead and, you know what? I'd rather pay gold more. We'll just buy 2 right now. So it scans it, making sure that there's still some there. Just buy 2. You're done. Let's go to the Hessonite. It's cool. I mean, if you're, paying attention whatsoever, you'll see exactly what I mean. Now we just gotta find regular Hessonite. Oh, I'm sure that's here somewhere. Oh my goodness. There it is. Click that. 25 stacks of 1 at 5 gold. Let's buy. And we want to buy 3. I mean, now that's easy if you're buying a lot of things and you're looking at prices. And based on stacks and everything. It's an amazing auction add-on. If you've never actually bothered to look at it, I would highly suggest you do so. Anyway, 1 stack of 8, 43 stacks of 1. Let's do this one. So, yeah. But so far, the only recipe I bought for my gems has been for my epic spell casting gem, my int gem, intellect gem. There we go. Jasper, regular Jasper, this Jasper. 1 stack of 1, yep, we'll buy the 1. And then, that's a 1 stack of 4, 1 stack of 8. We'll just pay a little bit more to get 2 more. And as you see, I have a ton of Zephyrite. I had over 81. Haha, that's a lot. But when they're only 1 gold each, I only bought them when they were cheaper than 2 gold, so I bought a ton, but I also thought I would be leveling off of it. But sure enough, the recipe has turned gray, so it's kind of useless making anything unless you try to make money. Why am I in here? This isn't a mailbox. I always come here when I'm going for the mailbox. I don't understand it. Or I go back into the auction house. I leave the auction house and then I walk right back in it like a complete moron. But, yep. And it seems Shyvana has decided to quit WoW, which is sort of a shame, but, I guess it's probably for the best for him. It's a good thing to at least take a break off of WoW, even if you don't think so. Alright, what do we get out of this one? Ooh, 4, including a chimeras or chimera's eye, or however you want to say that word. I've seen it, or heard it said so many different ways. They go for about 100 each. Pretty awesome. We're definitely keeping that in case we get an upgrade. We can immediately cut a new cut of it. And, yeah, and see, that cooldown resets at midnight, so you can only do it once a day. But I'm technically capped at 525, but of course I'll work it towards 535. I mean, why not, right? And that's that, and now I do my other ones. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. It's getting boring, isn't it? So thanks for watching, guys. Please be sure to thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week in the next update.